channel, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Gunners Weekly. And boy, what a week it has been. It has been a very, very exciting week if you're an Arsenal fan for many a reason. But I am going to start off by talking about the Leverkusen game that we had in the Champions League round of 16 against Bayer Leverkusen, away at Leverkusen. And as many of you must know by now, it was a little bit of a bit of an anticlimax, really and truthfully, because all of us went into that game believing that we could get a win to bring back to the Emirates so we can relax for the second leg. But really and truthfully, safety first was the motto when we went out there, and safety first was the result, because the result was, as many of you must know by now, 1-1. But I believe if we had tried to assert a bit more dominance, took a bit more risks, the way we did against Everton as well, in the final few minutes, I believe we could have definitely won that game. Leverkusen aren't the best of teams, but as everyone keeps on talking about right now, the main thing we need to focus on, Gunners, really and truthfully, is results. 1-1 draw to take back to the Emirates, that is a decent result, really and truthfully, because we can believe in ourselves to know that we can beat Leverkusen at the Emirates for sure. Definitely, we can beat them at the Emirates. We've beaten them a few times in the past as well. So, and yeah, for sure, we're showing that we are one of the best, if not the best team in Europe at the moment, the way we're playing. Even though it's boring for some, it's getting the results. And at this time of the season, the last leg of the season, if you really want to truthfully say, um, all that matters is results. I mean, I say I have been a big advocate for saying that Arteta might not make us into winners, but he might win the title this season. He might win numerous titles for us this season. And if he does that, I believe he definitely deserves the opportunity to try and see if we can change our fortunes in attack a little bit, hopefully sign a few more quality players in the attack. Because if you ask me, our defence is world class, but our attack is bang average, really and truthfully. A lot of our attackers, bar Saka, most of them wouldn't get into any other top Premiership team. Most of them. I mean, they say Martinelli, I can't see him starting for anyone else. Trossard, can't see him. We going from Brighton. That's all you need to know. Yeah, and everyone else. Gokares, he hasn't really lived up to his reputation that he had. Odegaard is just a central midfielder. I don't think he's attack minded, and he doesn't like to take enough risks to be an attack minded player, kind of thing. And yeah, Saka is the only one really that shows anything, any sort of authority when he's on the field and trying to attack. Um, we've got authority and dominance in defence in abundance. A lot of our people on the bench in defence as well have authority, because they've just built that kind of reputation now. But our attack is very, very timid. That's what I would say. But anyway, like I said, results are the main thing, and as long as we can keep on getting the results, that is what counts at this stage of the season. Being said, the result that we got against Bayer Leverkusen is a good enough one for us to take back to the Emirates to make sure that we can definitely beat Leverkusen. Like I said, we should have beaten them at their ground, but taking a 1-1 draw back to the Emirates is definitely a good look, because for sure we can beat them at Emirates, and quite comfortably in my eyes as well, and move on to the quarterfinals. And in the quarterfinals, we most likely will be playing Bodo Glimt, as they beat Sporting Lisbon in the first leg of their tie as well. And I think they beat them, if I'm correct, I think they beat them 2-0. From what you can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but they did win their first leg against Sporting Lisbon. And Bodo Glimt have shown recently that they are not a team to be messing around with, and for sure they are a team that can cause problems if they're not taken seriously enough. With that being said, enough of that now. I'm going to move on to the main attraction for the weekend, what everyone seems to be talking about now, and rightly so, really and truthfully, because history was made over the weekend for the Premier League and for Arsenal as well. Max DOWMAN. If you don't know, you better get to know, really and truthfully, because this guy looks like he's going to be a superstar. I don't want to put too much pressure on him because that's what us, well, not even us, because I don't like doing it, but that's what the media from the English side of things like to do. They love to put, they see a player with a little bit of skill, and because they're not used to it, because they're not used to a little bit of technique and skill and composure as well. Composure is a big thing in the game, if not the most important for me. But because we don't produce a lot of players that know how to play the game like that, as soon as they see one, the English media love to overhype him. But Max Dowman, ladies and gentlemen, this guy, as long as he doesn't get a crazy injury, he will be a superstar for many, many years to come. I'm telling you now. But anyway, back to the game a little bit. 2-0 against Everton. It wasn't the best of games to watch. Again, the safety first attitude was holding us back from really implementing our style on the game and dominating the game in the way that we should have been. Everton started off the game well and really and truthfully had the better of the chances in my eyes in the first half. We were very lackluster, didn't really create anything, taking our time on the ball too much. Yeah, it wasn't great. But then in the second half, I suppose we tried a little bit more. We had more control over the ball, but again, not really being able to create chances on a regular basis or enough for us to say, yeah, we're going to win this. Because I'm telling you now, come the 85th minute when it was still 0-0, I thought to myself, we've messed up here. We definitely have messed up. But come off, well, it's not the hour, but definitely on the 85th minute, the man stepped up. He's not even a man, he's a boy. He's the youngest member of our team. And he showed everyone that is older than him, this is what you're supposed to do. If you just got a little bit of football sense and a little bit of composure, which all professionals should have at that stage because you've been playing football for a very, very long time. But he showed all those elders how this is what you're supposed to be doing. Imagine the 16-year-old has shown me more in the 5-10 minutes that he played on the weekend than most of our attack has for the last month or so. Really, well, longer than that, really and truthfully, but I'm not going to take the piss too much. But that him doing what he done on the weekend for us shows that the other players really, really need to step up because when he sees the opportunity, he understands football and he shows that he understands football because of the way he plays it. I mean, say the way he scored that second goal was amazing, really and truthfully. And a lot of people would say it was easy, it was an open goal, but a composure for him to head the ball down so he knows his neck touch, he's got time to dribble now, kind of thing. He saw the defender coming in towards him and he just said, chop, left him, defender on the floor with his hands in his head saying, damn, because he now knows Matt Dalman threw on goal. Jordan Pickford came up for the corner, so there's no goalkeeper. It's time for him to make history. And he made sure he done it as well. I can't wait for this guy to come of age and to be playing for us on a regular basis because this is what we need. We need someone that isn't afraid, someone that, okay, he understands the rules, but if the rules aren't working and the game plan isn't going to how we want it, he has a bit of magic himself because he understands the game. He understands if I do this, then this is most likely to happen. If I just take my time here, hopefully that person makes a bam, I can slot it through when it comes to taking on people as well, being one-on-one with the goalkeeper, being one-on-one with another defender, time, composure. I'm telling you now, the majority, everyone in our attack needs to sit down and talk with Max Dowman because he knows football. He knows football mentally. He has the mental side, which a lot of our attacking players don't. And you can see that because they become very anxious. Everything's very rushed. Not with this guy. Not with this guy. For me, from when I was a very, very young boy, I always used to say composure is the main attribute that most professional footballers need. Because if you've got composure already, being a professional, you should have the technique and the know-how on how to do things physically as well. See what I'm saying? But if you can have the know-how and have the mental side of the game as well, understanding the movements, understanding pass and move and why you're passing the ball over there, why you took this man on to make space and everything. If you have that mental side of the game and the composure to go with it as well, you can become a superstar. And that's what a lot of Spanish players have as well. They have a lot of composure. And that's why when it comes to the tiki-taka passing football, creating chances, the Spanish are really good at it, kind of thing. And it's even been proven as well when they won the Euros. Rodri came out and said the coach don't even have to give them. The coach gives them the basic instructions. And because they have such a great understanding of the game, he can just allow them, everyone understands their job. He can just allow them to go off and play football. And that's what happened. And that's what we lack over here in England. Because if you go over to the English side now, we don't know how to pass and move. A lot of the time when we're trying to attack, we've got all our attackers standing in a line with the defenders. How the hell are you supposed to build up and pass if you got everyone standing in a line waiting for the ball to be kicked over the top? Sunday league tactics for me. That is very, very Sunday league tactics. And if that's what they're teaching in this country, that is the reason why we failed and we have been failing for many, many years in this country when it comes to international football. International football, when I watch England back in the day for sure, it used to be like watching Arsenal now in the attacking sense. Just very lackluster, very like hit and miss. Oh, let's try this and see if it works. Let's try that. And there was no actual solid foundation in how we attack, and it shows. It shows as well, especially with us right now. But yes, Max Dowman, ladies and gentlemen, mark his name down, remember his name, because he's going to be about for a very, very long time. And yeah, just remember his name. But yes, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end the video right now, kind of thing. If you could like the video for me, big, big help. If you could subscribe to my channel, it would be even more of a help for me because it will help me to grow this channel. It will help me to make better content for everyone to view. And yes, until next time, Gunners, come on, you Gunners.